Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Just a Vision. It is your girl and your daddy here, Jacob Viola, and I'm back with another motherfucking video. Yeah. Alright guys, so before we get into the video, daddy's always going to show you her outfit. So, with that being said, drum roll please. Alright, so basically, I'm trying to curl my hair right now. I just did it like 10 minutes ago, and normally for it to look good, it's supposed to dry, but since I just did it, it's still a little wet and it still looks a little funky. So this is what you're going to get for the time being, okay guys? But my outfit, got on this camo shirt. It is so comfortable, and it was only like $5, and I'm pretty sure I only got it from like the Family Dollar or something, because I'm a cheap bitch. But yeah, so this shirt is so comfortable. It's camo. And actually, it's funny, though, because when I was wearing this shirt the other day, my mom was like, I used to try to dress you up in camo all the time when you were little, and you were like, no, that's ugly. And I looked at her, and I'm like, Mom, that's probably because you probably tried to put that ugly-ass camo on me. And what I mean by the ugly-ass camo, is like that pink shit with, like, the leaves and all that, and the green, and the woods. No, I'm not wearing that. You're gonna be fucked up if you think I'm wearing that. But yeah, so this is what you're gonna get, mother. So yeah, so my camo shirt, and then I just have on some white shorts. I might change my pants, to be honest with you, because I don't know how I feel about them with this shirt, but that's besides the point. Then I just threw on these green, which is the same color, green, tennis shoes. I think they're my mom's or my sister's, who knows, but they're green and they match my outfit and they got white on them, so that's why I'm wearing them. But yeah, screenshot. I'm just kidding. Not really, guys. You should screenshot it. But let's get into the video. Alright guys, so basically, by the title of this video, the title and topic is accepting others despite their differences. And basically what I'm going to do is pretty much explain to you how I learned to accept everyone for their differences. But before I get into that, I want to give you a little background information on me, I guess, which kind of is like the start of where I began to accept everybody for their differences. So growing up, I went to a predominant white school. If you guys have watched my other videos on my other channel, which I will put the link to that channel down in the description box below. But if you guys have watched my other videos, you would learn that I went to like a predominant white school, basically where my mom grew up. And out of like 500 kids, there was probably maybe 7 mixed/black kids in my whole entire like high school, which my high school was 7th through 12th grade because I went to a small high school. But yeah, so there was basically like only 7 of us, and in my grade itself, it was just me. So being in this school, being in class with all these white kids, I obviously felt some type of way. I don't know if anybody else has ever felt some type of way, but obviously I did. I felt a little uneasy. I knew I was different from everybody else. I felt different from everybody else, and I had a hard time when I was in like 7th grade up to like 9th grade maybe. I had a little bit of a problem with my skin color because I just wanted to be like everybody else. I wanted to feel accepted, and I wanted to fit in with everybody else. So I hated my skin color. I didn't hate my dad, but I hated the fact that my dad was black, because I just wanted to fit in with everybody else. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to feel like I was worth it. I wanted to mean something to somebody. And when I was younger, I felt like being black or, just being brown, I felt like it was wrong. I felt like nobody wanted to be around me because of it. And I just kind of grew up feeling that way. And then when my grandma learned about it, which is my mom's mom, she was like, why would you hate your skin color? Your skin color is so beautiful. People pay thousands and thousands of dollars to look like you or to have your skin color, and you don't have to do anything. You can just go outside. Honestly, you don't even have to go outside. And at that point in time when she was explaining it to me, I didn't really understand, because I was still, a little kid. I was 7th, 8th grade or whatever. I still, felt alone, felt different from everybody. But then as I got older, I just started to accept the fact that, this is who I am. My grandma helped me accept that fact, and I love my dad, obviously, and I honestly thank him for my skin color because, like she said, I don't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to go outside or to go to the tanning bed and get a tan. Literally, I can walk outside, stand outside for 15 minutes, and I'll be dark, okay? So I think that's a pretty good win-win situation there. So yeah, so basically that helped me, learn to accept others because of their skin color, because, I grew up being a part of a minority group, so I know what it's like to feel unwanted, unloved, because, you're different from everybody else. So that was basically like the start on how I, decided that I was gonna, start to accept others. And it's not even just the skin color that I learned to accept others because of. It's literally everything, like being a part of my minority group, being part of the LGBT community, working with different people and everything, and seeing different people and exploring the world. And then, so in middle school and stuff, your friends are gonna make you. They're pretty much gonna make you, like, they're gonna pressure you into doing things or saying things to people that you wouldn't necessarily do if you were, by yourself. You get peer pressured into, doing all these bad drugs, or, drinking, or having sex, or, bullying people because they're not the same. Like, we get pressured into that because we want to feel, we want to feel wanted. We want people to want us. And if you're not the same as them, then people are going to look at you differently. So you basically, start to put yourself in that position, or, that context where you're over here dissing on other people because they're not the same as you. And during our middle school years, we are going to, we're going to be bullies. And without a doubt, there's going to be bullies and stuff. And you're going to have to either, decide to be that person where you're going to stick up for somebody else, or you're going to have to decide whether you want to be the bully. And basically, growing up, I was friends with the cool kids, or whatever you want to call them, and I had friends that would make fun of other people, and obviously, I'm friends with them, and I'm not going to lie, I was that type of person when I was younger. Like, if somebody said, like, oh, that girl's ugly, or that person's ugly, or that person's stupid, I'm gonna agree, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna laugh, because I wanted to fit in with everybody else. And then we had this kid in my grade that he actually graduated with me. He was in a wheelchair, and people would make fun of him. Like, he was born like that. Well, he could walk when he was little, and then stuff happened to him and he just couldn't walk anymore, and sometimes people would make fun of him because of that, or whatever the case may be. But you shouldn't make fun of somebody because of the way that they look, or their ability or inability to walk, talk, or do the basic daily task. Not everybody is the same. I mean, we're all human beings, and we all want to feel loved and accepted, but with how the world is now, that shit's crazy. But yeah, so growing up and like going through everything that I've been through has really helped me learn to accept others for who they are. And once I started, working, I was 16 when I started like working at my actual job. I started working with my mom at a personal care home, and at that personal care home, we had residents that had, different types of mental illnesses or diseases, or, they're just not, quite there all the way. And that's where it really began for me to accept others, is because I started working there. Like, I'm 16 years old working with people who have schizophrenia, people who have Huntington's disease, people who are blind, deaf, whatever the case may be. I started working with a whole bunch of different types of people, and I just fell in love with these people because, they still want to feel loved. They wanna be a part of the world, and they just want, you know, somebody to be in their lives and treat them like a human being and not treat them like shit. It's not okay to treat people like shit just because of, you know, their mental state, their sexual orientation, their gender identity, whatever the case may be. It's not okay to judge somebody because of that. And so, yeah, so I'm 16 years old working there, and a lot of people would look at me or be like, you know, how could you do that type of job? And I'm just like, I don't know, like, to me, it's just like a second nature, like to just be nice to people and help people and, you know, just be there and be an all-around good person. That's just who I am. And it's just like a second nature to me to just help people. And so that's really where it began. 16 years old, working with people with different like disabilities and illnesses and stuff. My mom, you know, she worked there. She's been working there. She's the type of person that she accepts everybody for who they are. She doesn't judge anybody, which I thank God for, because if it wasn't for my mom, I honestly don't know where I would be, because she's like my number one supporter. So working there, yeah, has definitely helped me with different aspects where, you know, people who aren't fully there yet, they still want to be loved, they still want to feel accepted. They're not any different from us, other than, you know, their brain may not work, you know, the exact same as ours. So that's how I learned to, you know, accept people with different problems. And then when I went to college, I met people of so many different backgrounds and everything, like people from all over the country, from different states, you know, learning about their backgrounds, people from different countries, and learning about their different backgrounds. Me, I'm the type of person, I love learning. I love, you know, exploring the world and just figuring out life. That's just who I am. I love that stuff. So learning about other people's cultures and what they do in their hometown, or, you know, what it's like to be over there, that literally just blows up my mind, and I just want to sit there and I want to learn more about you. That draws me close to you. It draws me in. It's because you're different. I don't discriminate on, you know, color, race, whatever the case may be. I want to be able to accept everybody for their differences. And when I was in college, I went to college in Ohio. I've been to college in, you know, South Carolina. I went to Florida, Georgia. I've met so many different people that it's unbelievable. I've met so many different people of different races. When I was in college, my best friend was Indian, and she taught me about her culture. I stayed at her house for a week and stuff. Sorry. But just learning about her culture, learning like what they eat, hearing them talk in a different language, like, to me, that's honestly mind-blowing, and I would love to learn a different language, live a different culture, and just explore the world and see how the rest of the world works. That's just how I am. And then, you know, now I have two best friends now. One is Mexican, and, you know, she can speak Spanish, and I absolutely love Spanish. I want to go to Spain. I want to go to Mexico. I literally want to go to all these different, like, Hispanic places, because I love the Hispanic and Latina culture so much. People just don't understand. So, you know, having my best friends being of different races and different ethnicities really helped me, you know, have a, not like a broader, more expanded mind, basically. I'm not really closed-minded. I'm a very open-minded person. I'm a very optimistic person. So I like to think outside the box. I like meeting new people, seeing what, you know, what we can come up with. So yeah, and then my other best friend now is from Romania, so, you know, we be on the phone FaceTiming and shit, and like her mom will come in and just start talking to her in a different language, and I'm just like, but I'm not like dumbfounded. I'm just like in awe, because I'm like, wow, like I wish I could speak a different language. Like I can do Spanish here and there, but I'm not that great at it. But yeah. So that's really helped me learn to accept people, you know, of different races, different ethnicities, because I like learning. I've always been the type of person who loved learning, so I want to learn more about you and more about your life, where you came from. I want to be able to connect to you on a deeper level. So I'm not going to discriminate you because of where you came from. So yeah. Um, Another way that I have become, more open and more accepting of people is because I've worked with not just people with illnesses and stuff. I've worked with people with disabilities, where they were born that way. They can't talk, or their brain doesn't function the right way, or their stomach doesn't function the right way, or their arms or legs, or whatever the case may be. I have learned to accept people because of that. When I was down in Florida, I was working with individuals with disabilities, and just because just because they can't talk and do the same daily functions as you, doesn't mean they're not, they're not human, they're not important. Sorry guys, I got interrupted, had a visitor stop by. But basically what I was saying is that being down in Florida, it made me realize a few things. One, not to take life for granted, because anything can happen at any point in time. Some of my individuals down there, they were born with a birth defect, or something happened to them that caused them to, be in the position that they are in today. And I'm thankful that, I can walk, talk, eat, bathe myself, all by myself. I'm thankful that, I don't really need somebody's help for that. But at the same time, it made me accept others because of their differences. Just because they're not able to walk, talk, or move the same way as us, doesn't mean they're not human. Being down there and going to work every day, even though it was very like dragging and stuff, going to work every day and seeing my individuals, and helping them do their daily activities, helping them live their lives. And me, I'm the type of person that I like being creative in my work, so I will sing to them, I will dance with them, I will play games with them, whatever the case may be. I will do that to interact with them, to make them feel like, they're human, make them, realize that, I care about them. They're worth something to me. They mean a lot to me. I miss my individuals so much down there. Like, just seeing them smile and seeing them laugh, and them just have like this bright, big old happy face when they see me walk into the room is literally heartwarming. Like, just seeing them happy as can be, knowing that they have me to take care of them. That is what I live for. I live to try to make people feel wanted and feel loved by me. I want everybody to know that they're wanted and that they're loved and they're accepted despite their differences. So yeah, so with anybody with a disability, I will not discriminate you against you for that, because you don't know what happened in their life. You don't know how it came about. They could have been born with it. Something could have happened to them. Who knows? My dad is a little, he's a little disabled. He's all right now, but at one point in time, we almost lost him. At one point in time, he had to learn how to walk again and everything, and people looked at him differently because of his skin color, because he was crippled, or whatever the case may be. You shouldn't judge somebody based on their looks, or what they are on the outside. Another thing that I have learned, or what has helped me accept more people, is being part of the LGBT community, because we're a community of people who just want to be loved for who we are. People that are transgender or have gender dysphoria, who are gay or lesbian or bi or whatever, whatever it is, that has helped me a lot. Coming out has really, really helped me a lot to learn how to accept others, because at one point in time, I was the type of person that, even though I used to make fun of my little sisters and call them lesbians, my cousins would still call me a lesbian, and I'd be like, no, like, that's not who I am. I don't like girls. And then it come, to realization that I am gay. I do like girls, and that's just how it is. And I've been more accepting to people now that, I'm out there. I've been out for the last 5 years now, and I don't regret it at all. My family and friends have been so supportive, and for the ones that stop talking to me because I'm gay, then that's just your fault. That's your loss. I'm a great person, whether I'm gay or not. Who I sleep with at night, or who I do my business with at night, is none of your business. As long as I know I'm treating you with love and respect, and I'm giving you love and respect, you should give the same back to me. Like, I don't care who you are as a person. You just have to, just have a good character and, a good mindset. So yeah, so being part of the LGBT community has really, really helped me learn to accept people. Even when I was younger and when I was like going online and trying to figure out who I was, I used to watch videos all the time on YouTube about people being transgender or having a gender dysphoria. I was trying to figure myself out. Now I know that I'm a female and everything, and I don't feel like I'm a dude in any away. I just like wearing these clothes because that's how it makes me feel. And once I change my clothing and just my outlook on life, I learned to accept people more because of everything that I've been through in my life. It's just made me who I am today. I want to be that person to show you how easy it is to be able to accept others for who they are, because it shouldn't matter on their mental state, whether they have schizophrenia, or if they have a disease such as Huntington's disease, or if they're what's it called, if they're Indian, Mexican, Black, Romanian, gay, bi, trans, or whatever the case may be. I will not discriminate you on that. I accept everybody for who they are because of everything that I've been through in life, and I want to be able to teach you guys how to accept people for who they are, because sometimes people can't help how they look on the outside. That is not their fault. Sometimes you can't help it, and that's just how it is. You have to be more open-minded, and I feel like the people who judge us for being different are the people who are very close-minded people. They feel like the world should just be the same and that everybody should do the same thing. But that's not really my mindset. My mindset is that I feel like everybody of all these different races and different ethnicities and stuff, and different backgrounds or whatever the case may be, we should come together and be united as one. We shouldn't be sitting here killing people off because we don't like the way that they dress or we don't like the way that they look. Why don't you just let somebody be who they are? Like, why can't we just all live our lives and be united and come together to form a union instead of, fighting and having all these wars and all this? But that's, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But yeah, so I just don't understand why we can't, come together. In my mind, in my mindset, I feel like our differences is what brings us together and what, has made the world the way it is today. Because without all these different mindsets, we wouldn't have all the technology that we have today. We wouldn't have cars, we wouldn't have all these buildings, we wouldn't have all this medical equipment, we wouldn't have all this medicine. We wouldn't have any of this if people were just the same, just doing the same thing all the time. None of this would come about. We wouldn't be living the life that we live today if everybody was the same and everybody wanted to do the same thing and just live life the same. Why would you want to do that? I don't understand. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be who we are today if it wasn't for everybody being different and everybody that is different or people that are different coming together with people who are different from them and creating something amazing. So yeah. So that is how I basically have learned to accept others, is from, growing up being part of a minority group, working with different individuals with different disabilities, learning to accept myself and others for being gay, for being bi, lesbian, having, gender dysphoria, being transgender. So that is basically how I have learned to, accept others, and I want to be able to teach you guys and show you guys that it's not that hard to accept others for who they are. The saying by Martin Luther King Jr., and he's just talking about how, or his I Have a Dream speech, and basically talking about how he has a dream of his children being judged not by the color of their skin but by the content of their character. We shouldn't judge people because of their sexual orientation, their gender identity, their mental status, their health status, just their social status, color, the race, ethnicity. We shouldn't judge people because of that. We should accept others because they're different. We should embrace their differences. What we should only judge people on is their attitude, obviously the content of their character, their attitude towards themselves, their attitude towards others, and their attitude towards the world. If they are just a mean, groggy grumpy person just for no reason, then, you know, just leave that person alone. But if, you know, they're trying to have a better life for themselves, then just let them be. Like, if they're treating you with love and respect, then you should give them back the same love and respect that they're giving you. So, yeah. And alright guys, so you guys know that I normally, or sometimes, I do my quotes at the end of these videos as well. And I have a couple quotes that go along with this video. So the first one says, "It's not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences." Which is so true. And I feel like, you know, a long time ago, a lot of people were fighting to have, you know, equal rights and everything now. And, you know, we have equal rights and everything. You know, women have their rights. Black people have their rights sometimes, you know, depending on where you are. But with me, personally, I feel like Trump has literally turned the whole world against them, like, against everybody. Like, we were doing so good, and then he came into play, and he just fucked everything up. But that's my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me on that. But I feel like a lot of it is his inability to recognize and accept others for their differences. Me, I will accept you because of who you are. I feel like it is our differences that bring us together and that actually create something spectacular. Because like I said, if it wasn't for people, you know, back then coming together, or people, you know, doing their own thing, we wouldn't have all this amazing technology that we have today. We wouldn't have, you know, we wouldn't have these cell phones, cameras, we wouldn't have cars, buildings, planes, everything. We wouldn't have any of this if everybody was just the same. This one says, "Build someone up, help put their insecurities to sleep, remind them that they're worthy, tell them that they're magical, and be the light in the dim world." And that's what I'm always trying to tell you guys. I'm always trying to build people up, and basically what this video is building people, you know, building people up, showing them that it's not that hard to accept others. It's really easy. Once you have, you know, an expanded mindset, and an open mind, and you're very optimistic, a whole new world of opportunities and different thoughts and ideas are gonna pop up into your world, and you're just gonna be like, wow. But building each other up is what we need. We don't need, you know, for the world to be so cruel, but that's what it is nowadays. It's just so cruel. We get judged on everything. You get judged on your looks, you get judged on your, you know, your mental status, you know, your social status, whatever it is, people feel like they need to judge you for. But we shouldn't do that. We should, you know, be building each other up. We should, you know, remind each other that we're all worthy, we're all put on this earth for a reason, and basically just be the light in a dim world. So if you see that somebody's, you know, having a hard time, then, you know, you go into their life and you show them the light, show them that, you know, they were put on this earth for a reason, and you're gonna, you know, let them know that they have a reason to be here. This one I really like a lot. It says, "When we stop judging others and ourselves, our heart begins to open up." And that is so true. And I will tell you that is true because it has happened to me firsthand. Once I stopped judging myself, and once I started to accept myself for who I was, and I stopped judging others and I started accepting others, my mind and my heart has opened up to so many different things. And a lot of people like me because of that. I'm just an open-hearted person. I love trying to help people. I love trying to bring people together. Yeah. So then the next one says, "Once you understand and appreciate other people's cultural backgrounds, then you can also connect with them more." And I like that one a lot because that basically goes back to all my different best friends that I've had. I've had an Indian best friend, a Mexican best friend, a Romanian best friend. I love foreign people. I mean, obviously I'm gonna care about Americans, but I love foreign people. I love learning about different cultures, different backgrounds, whatever it is. I love learning about it, and that's what I find so amazing about the world, is that we have so much, you know, so much out there that we really don't know unless you go out and explore for yourself, or you go out and you meet other people who have lived in those different places and know what it's like. And once, you know, you're able to appreciate others' cultural backgrounds, you can connect with them more, and so many different opportunities can open up for you. And then the last one says, the art of acceptance is the art of making someone who has just done you a favor wish that you might have done a greater one, or something along the lines. But anyways, yeah, so the art of acceptance, or the art of acceptance is the art of making someone who has just done you a small favor. Oh yeah, so basically acceptance is just, you know, it could be a small favor, it could be a huge favor. It just depends on who the person is or who the group of people are. A group of people that, you know, have been struggling with, you know, diversity, and you being there to accept them is a wonderful thing, because you have opened up so many doors for them, or you at least opened up a heart or a place in your heart for them, and you want them to know that they are worthy of something, and you have, you know, this feeling that they're worthy of something, and you know that they have this potential to be something greater. So yeah, I know that I always just ramble on and just reiterate the same things over and over again, but I really want to teach you guys, you know, how to accept others for who they are. Don't really judge people because of, you know, what they look like on the outside. What you should really judge people on is the content of their character, you know, their attitude towards the world, their attitude toward themselves, and how they treat others. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on all my social media, and I'll be back with more videos. Peace.